Come to your mat. Find a comfortable space in your room. You could either lay down or sit down. If you're choosing to sit, sit at a pose that is comfortable for your body. This is nice for me, but maybe it's not nice for you. Maybe you rather extend the legs or bend the knees in a Z sit. Also, if you're tight in your hips or in the QLs, you could grab your prop, maybe a folded towel or a pillow or a block, and sit on it. And this will help you have a little opening through your hips, and it will help you feel like you can sit up taller. Then imagine yourself at your tallest point. Let your shoulders relax back onto your hips. If you're laying, same thing. Get tall while you're laying down. Welcome yourself here. Start to soften your eyebrows and soften your jaw. Try closing your eyes. Bring attention into your breath. Now start to breathe fuller. Inhaling in through your nose, letting your body expand and rise. As you exhale, exhale out your nose, letting your ribs lower and your belly lower. Inhale in through your nose, down the back of your throat, your chest, your ribs, your belly fills. And as you exhale, exhale out your nose, letting your ribs cinch together, your belly lowers, and your chest completely empties. Again, inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhale, exhale, exhale. This is your first warm up, initiating your mind and your body and your breath to come into one piece. Nine out of 10 of us do not completely exhale, and it stops us from being fully able to inhale this residual breath that sits in our belly. As you exhale, go to the point where you think nothing is left in your body and exhale further. Let's inhale again, create the space. And as you exhale, let go deeper. Exhale, exhale, exhale. At the end of your exhale, slightly pause for 1 to 2 counts. And then inhale again. On your next inhale, take your chin over towards the right. As you exhale, let your chin come back to center. Inhale, letting your chin go over to your left. As you exhale, bring your chin back to center. Whether you're laying down or sitting, let's reach our hands up over our head as we inhale. If you have any shoulder tightness, you can take your hands back in front of the shoulders and not go over your head. Inhale deep here, spreading through the fingertips. As you exhale, let your arms go out into the side, all the way down towards your hips. Again, take your hands out in front of your hips, out in front of your shoulders, over your head as you inhale. Exhale, go out into the side. Hands can come down by the side of your body. Again, reach your hands out in front of your shoulders, over your head. Now let's take a big exhale out of our mouth as your arms come down. One more time. Inhale, reach forward, up and behind or over your head. Exhale out your mouth, a big sigh of release out. Now that felt good. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, big release out. Relax your hands. Come back to your yogic breath, inhaling in through your nose and exhaling through your nose only. See this change you've already created. And try to keep this with you, this calmness, for your next 55 minutes or so. If you're sitting on a prop, let's release your prop over to the side and let's meet our friends that are laying down. Unravel the legs and find yourself on your floor. Bend your knees. Let your feet go as wide as your mat. Heels slightly in, toes out. Inhale. And as you exhale, let your knees lean over to the right. Inhale as your knees come to center. Exhale, knees lean over to the left. Inhale, knees come to center. Exhale, knees lean over to the right. Inhale, knees come to center. Exhale, knees lean over to the left. Inhale, bringing your knees to center. Pull your knees into your chest. Now you don't have to hold around the knees. We can bring our hands around the thighs. Now inhale, open your knees, letting your feet part as well. And as you exhale, bring your knees together. Inhale, open up the knees. Exhale, bring the knees together. Good, one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring together. Now extend your legs up to the sky. Try flexing your feet and peeling your toes back towards your body, spiking your energy up through the heel. Take an inhale. As you exhale, soften your feet, bend your knees, squeeze your knees into your chest, peeling your tailbone off the ground as your knees come in higher. That tailbone lifts off the mat a little bit. Now, if you do not have a shoulder or a neck injury, you can add a lift of your upper body, drawing your head towards your knees and your knees towards your head. Maybe you can reach for the outer edge of your feet and keep your knees together. Take a breath here. As you exhale, slowly release your shoulders, neck, and head. Let your feet come back down to the ground. Take your feet as wide as your mat, but stay on the parameters of your mat. Hands come out to the side. Inhale as your knees are to center. And as you exhale, let go and drape to the right. Inhale as your knees come to center. Exhale, let go, drape over to the left. Inhale as your knees come to center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale as your knees come to center. Exhale, drape over to the left. Good. Bring your knees into center. The higher our knees are, the deeper we'll twist through our spine. And yoga is all about knowing where you should go in your body, not where we often want to go. This wanting is created by the ego. Let the feeling of wanting go and come into this place of just learning and accepting what our body needs as opposed to wanting. So we have to pay attention and make sure we don't go too far in our stretches. Let's take an inhale. As you exhale, let your knees drape way over to the right. Now, I grabbed my pillow to place underneath my right thigh. That's going to help support my twist. You can grab your pillow or your block, and your gaze can go towards the left. But if that does not feel good, you look any way you'd like, right? You can look towards the ceiling, I'm using my right hand. I'm on the top of my left thigh to hold my knees together. I just like feeling that. I like feeling held, but you don't have to do that. You could, of course, leave your arms out, no T. Beautiful. Let's release your right hand. If you're holding, pull your left knee in, pull your right knee in. If you had that prop, let's take your prop over towards the left side to get yourself ready. Now inhale, knees high into the chest. As you exhale, let your knees drape over towards the right. Your gaze goes, go over to the left with your knees. Do the second side, and your gaze goes towards your right. Option for your left hand to hold onto your right thigh. Be mindful about the right shoulder. Make sure that right shoulder feels safe and you're not overstretching through pec major and pec minor and the rotator cuff. So if you feel any pinching or pulling, we need to bring the knees a little higher towards the sky and prop yourself up somehow, either with that pillow or the block. One more breath wherever you are. As you exhale, let's pull your knees in, bring your feet down to the mat, come into your windshield wiper, and you can do your windshield wiper to your own breath. I really like windshield wipers, and you'll notice that I use them a lot just to press reset in our body. Good. Let's reach our right arm back behind us. Roll over onto your right side using your bicep to rest your head again. Take your left hand against the ground and push yourself up into seated. From seated, let's try extending our legs out in front of us. If you're feeling tight in your hamstrings, you're going to add that pillow behind your knees. You can also roll up your towel and place it behind your knees. Let's take our inhale as we sweep up to the sky, our palms turn in, shoulders stay down. Exhale, fold towards your toes and your shins. Release your neck, letting your head be heavy. Let gravity help us go further into our stretch without really thinking about it at all. Go ahead, take an inhale, lifting your heart up and then look forward. Slide your hands back closer towards your knees. Retract your shoulders, placing them in their sockets. And as you exhale, round your spine, fold again down towards your toes. Good. Inhale. Let's lift our hearts. Bend your right knee. I'm going to release my pillow. Bend your right knee. If you need the pillow underneath your left knee, just place it underneath the left side. Good. Now let's take your right knee out to the right, taking your right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Try to have your left heel right in front of your left hip bone. I'm not allowing my left knee to go way out to the side or my left foot to go out to the side. Now sweep your hands up to the sky as you inhale. As we exhale, let's hinge towards that left shin. Let your head be heavy, and the reach of your hands doesn't really matter. You can let your hands relax by the side of your calves. I noticed with this class, I can't get too into it with you. I have to stay in my teaching practice. If I get too into it with you, my words don't come out, and I'm like heavily meditated and in this very like lucid state with you, right? But I got to stay grounded. So you enjoy, and I'll stay here coaching and breathing with you. Good. Let's slide your hands back, roll your shoulders back on top of your hips. Sweep your arms out to the side and up to the sky. Inhale as you lengthen through your fingertips. And as you exhale, hinge from your hips, reach towards that left shin. Let your hands drape, let the elbows soften, let your head go towards the shin. Again, the reach of your hands does not matter. Opening up through that left glute is good. Breathe through the back of your leg and allow your mind to relax. Let go of wanting to reach for the foot. And slide your hands back, rolling your shoulders back on top of your hips. Bring your right knee up. Take your left hand onto the front of your right knee. Keep your right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Now, take your right hand behind you and look to the right. Option to take your left hand and wrap it around your whole right thigh. Inhale as you lengthen, exhale, twist. Some of you might be able to come into this little elbow hinge where we take our left elbow into the front of the right knee and we twist deeper. Inhale as you grow tall, exhale, look to the right. Again, be careful. Yoga is really about you and what's right for you and knowing where you should go, right? Not where you want to go. Now unravel your twist, extend your right leg out in front of you, bring your hands up to the sky, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. If you have lower back sensitivity, you're not gonna go too super low, right? You're gonna protect your back and stay up higher. And that's okay too. I have 2 lower vertebrae that are degenerative. Oftentimes I'll stay higher. I won't go down where my head needs to touch my shins. I mean, I could probably do it, but I don't want to, right? We want to protect our bodies. Place your hands on your shins, retract your shoulders, look forward, inhale, inhale, inhale. As we exhale, let's fold towards our toes. Inhale, slide your hands back, and let's bring our left knee into our chest. As the knee comes in, watch out what's happening with the shoulders. Sometimes we do this. Press the shoulders down. Think of lengthening through the top of your head the whole time, getting tall. Now let your left knee go out to the left. The left foot comes into the inside of your right thigh. Keep your right heel in front of your right hip bone. Inhale, sweeping up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Get length through your torso. Reach, 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 reach. And then at the bottom, just melt, fold. Let the elbows soften. Let your head be heavy. Good. Slide your hands back, roll your shoulders back on top of your hips. Take your arms wide and to the side. Inhale, reaching up to the sky, palms turn in. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Again, heart towards the thigh, head down towards the shin. Let go of your attachment to expectations, right? Sometimes we expect these things out of ourselves, like grabbing onto the foot, or we expect these things out of our friends or family members. I've been meditating lately. If I let go of my attachment to expectation, I'll be a lot happier. And I think we all would, right? Let's slide our hands back, roll our shoulders back on top of your hips, pull your left knee in. Keep the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Take your right hand onto the left knee, or you could try wrapping the right arm around the left thigh, reaching your left hand behind you, looking slightly towards the left or deep gaze towards the left. Option to hinge the elbow and flex the elbow, taking your right hand up, making this mudra. Inhale as you grow tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, look towards the left. And if you have a special spine thing and you're not supposed to twist, please don't do it. Skip twisting. Good. Let's release our twist. Extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale, sweep your hands up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, place your hands on your shins or closer to your knees. Retract the shoulders. Exhale, fold down towards your toes. Inhale, let's come up and let's bend both of our knees. Sweep them over to the side and reach one hand over and come right into what we call tabletop. You're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Find a good spot, like you're a little cat and you're like kneading into place. Lift the hands, even try lifting the knees and finding a really nice, comfortable tabletop. The space between your knees should be 2 fist distance apart. That is the space of your hip bones, your anterior superior iliac spine. Those little bony landmarks, okay? I'm going to grab my pillow for my knees. Okay. Now spread your fingers. Your pointer finger should be parallel with your mat's edge and the other pointer finger. That's the one that gauges if you're straight. So for most of us, we kind of have to turn the hand out, both hands out, okay? And I'll say that, I'll always say these things. So over time, we can really get them down. Now let your belly drape down towards the floor. Begin to lift your heart, open up from shoulder to shoulder. As you exhale, round your spine. Press through your hands and your shins and the tops of your feet. Inhale, letting your belly drape down towards the floor. Your ribs start to open and then your heart opens. Maybe your gaze lifts. It certainly doesn't have to, but if it does, it's the last to go. As you exhale, tuck your pelvis. Feel this rounding through your body as you press through your knees and your shins and your hands, and you push your mat away from you. Inhale, belly comes down. Heart begins to open. We're making our clavicles smile. And as we exhale, round through the spine. Find that beautiful, strong cat pose, right? Like an arching Halloween cat. Can't believe it's October almost already. Inhale, belly comes down, heart opens, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. This is your cow pose. As we exhale, let's take one more big, big cat. Meow. Good, and drop into neutral. Neutral means we're not in cat, we're not in cow, we're in our natural spine. Take your knees as wide as the mat, okay? Let your big toes come towards each other. Take an inhale. As you exhale, round your spine and push your hips down towards your heels. Let your forehead come down towards your mat. Now hands can come by the side of your body and the backs of your hands relax on the ground. This is your true child's pose. If you ever need to take a break, you can come into any child's pose you'd like. But if this pose is not comfortable for you, you find a different pose that is, and then you rest there, right? There's no wrong way. Yoga is about you, and you find what you need to make it work, and then it can work for everybody. Now, let's extend our arms out, coming back into your extended child's pose. Reach your hands forward in front of the shoulders. Press into your knuckles, press into your palms. You want your forearms engaged so that your elbows are lifting off the ground, but the rest of your body is relaxed. Take one more breath here. As we exhale, round your spine, pushing forward from your knees. Bring your shoulders on top of your wrists. Bring your knees underneath your hips. Good. Now, take your right knee, lift the knee, but the right toes are down. I want us to try to stretch our calves, okay? And spike the heel back. Lengthen through the calf. And if this has to be smaller, it can be smaller. Okay. But spike the heel back, push through your hands, drop the hips back. This is something that really helped my plantar fasciitis when I had it really bad in my left side. I thought I would never get rid of it, but this and digging through the myofascia helped me. Good. One more breath. You could always lift the right toes again and then push it back. Good. Now let's bend your right knee, bring your right knee back into place. Take your left knee, lift it, spike the left heel, push back. If you have wrist sensitivity, you can come onto your forearms. You can also do a lot of these things standing, okay? And we could always talk more after class. Take a few breaths here, spiking the left heel back, opening up the calf, feeling that length. All right? This is so key if you ride bike or you walk or you wear shoes that have a lift on them. If you have a boot with a heel or you like those fancy heels on your shoes, the high heel shoes, you need to stretch this calf. Now let's come onto your hands. Release the knee down. Bring your knees back to 2 fist distance apart. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees 1 inch away from the ground. You can stay here. If you have low blood pressure, vertigo, glycemic issues, or vertigo, there's a few more. If you have any issues where you're not supposed to be upside down, don't do your downward dog. Just do a different stretch. But if you're okay with going upside down, straighten your legs or try to draw them straight. Draw your heels towards the ground and hips go back into the sky. Good. And I'm going to mute you. Now pedal through your downward dog. Beautiful. Looking great, Jan. Love that green. Tanya. Good. Feel the stretch through your body as you bend one knee. You're drawing the opposite heel down. Really lengthen through the calf and the hamstring, even the side of the hip. And then lift and switch. So you're finding that slow pedal. Also, you're upside down, so we want to calm the breath again. Make sure you're not hyperventilating, right? Slow the breath down. 2, 2, 1, and 1. So let's bring our knees slowly down into the mat. Sit into your hero's pose, sliding your hands back to your knees. Again, you can sit any way you'd like. Hero's pose, I'm sitting on the heel. You can curl your toes under, gain some height. You can sit in a chair, or you can sit in crisscross, your Sukhasana. Let's round your spine like you did in your cat. Then come into natural spine, and then into a cow spine. And we're undulating. But inhale as you lift your heart, tailbone goes out. Exhale, round. Now let's add your arms. Open your heart, take your hands up towards the sky, coming into a baby back bend. As you exhale, round your spine. Push those lightning bolts at your fingertips. Start to lift your heart. Let the arms go out to the side and wide, all the way up into the sky and the behind you. Exhale as you round your spine. Press through. One more. Lift and open. Moving slowly, taking your time. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, blow it out. Good. Come into neutral, bring your chin off your chest. We are going to reverse your direction. So tuck your pelvis, round your spine, reach your hands out in front of you. Really reach first. Then lift your heart and shoulders right over your hips. Then maybe back bend. Let the arms go wide and down towards your hips as you round your spine. Bring your hands out in front of your shoulders, then up to the sky. Inhale, out and around. Good. 2 more times like this to your own breath. Good. Let's come into a neutral spine. Meet there. Reach your hands out. Take your knees wide. Come into extended child's pose. Draw your left ear towards the floor. Take your right hand up and behind your back. Good. Now some of you might be able to take your right fingertips and tuck them into the top of your left thigh. I cannot do it, but maybe you can. Good. Let's release your right hand up and over and switch sides. Left ear comes towards the floor. Take your left hand up and behind your back and breathe here. Stretch to the side of your neck, your pec. Good. Reach your left hand up. Come into extended child's pose. Shift your shoulders on top of your hands. Shift your knees underneath your hips. Okay. I had to shift back a little bit because I didn't want to fall off my mat. Now let's shift your shoulders past your hands, chin off the chest, and come back into your tabletop. Shift your shoulders past your hands, feel your abs turn on, and back into tabletop. Do this 3 more times. Exhale as you come forward. Inhale as you hinge from the hip. Now, sometimes I exhale at the mouth. If you ever want to release energy or heat, you can take a big exhale at the mouth. Now, shift forward, bend your elbows by the side of your body. Come onto prone, onto your navel. Stack your hands underneath your head. Rest your head on the floor. Now, I want to make sure you can hear me, so I'm not going to rest. I'm going to stay lifted, but let's let your right knee go out to the right. And you're opening your knee against the ground. We're using the floor as a prop. This is called your half frog. 4 breaths here. Relax into it and breathe deeper. One more breath. Slide back your right knee. Now let's try the other side. Open up that left hip, left knee. External rotation out to the left. You can turn on to one side of your face, onto your left or right cheek if that feels comfortable. You just want to make sure that you're getting that stretch on both sides, so you do it for the same amount of time. One more breath. Let's slide the left knee back. Reach your left hand out and roll over onto your left side. Bend both knees, bringing your knees forward in front of your hips. Good. Now, at first, we're resting on our left bicep, and we can stay like this, or eventually, if you need to grab your prop, but I want you to take your left arm out in front of you and your right hand to meet it, okay? And you'll notice that your head goes down towards the floor a lot. If you have a sensitive neck, grab that pillow or your block and place it underneath your head. Even if you don't have a sensitive neck, it feels nice having a prop for my head. Now, let your right hand grow out further than your left hand. Begin to reach your right hand up towards the sky, and then behind you, keep your left shoulder down. Let your right hand go down towards your right hip, and we're drawing a circle. Right hand reaches forward and then goes over your head and then around and down towards the hip and back over. And again, inhale, open and lengthen. Exhale, close. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. And exhale, close. Now one more. We're going to stay in your twist. Gaze can go towards the ceiling. Good. Bring your right hand down towards the hip. Turn onto your backs, which is called supine. Come into windshield wipers. Good. Knees to the right, knees to the left. 2, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Now let's reach our right hand back. Roll over onto our right side. Use your pillow again. Take your right hand out in front of the shoulder. Let your left hand stack on top of your right. Now let your left hand, pull those knees up high first. Let your left hand grow longer than your right. Then your left hand reaches up and behind over your head, open up behind you. And let your left hand come down towards your left hip. Draw that circle, big, beautiful line. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. And exhale, open. Now, maybe your extension is smaller than mine. Maybe you're just doing small circles and your hands are kind of towards the ceiling, or your left hand is towards the ceiling. That is great, right? Wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. Don't push it. Let go of your attachment, of our attachment to our expectations. No expectations here. Just do what feels good. Good. One more big, beautiful circle. And let's open up into that twist. Allow your left hand to come down towards your left hip and roll over onto supine, onto your backs. Windshield wipers again. A little to the right, a little to the left. 2, 2, 1, and 1. let's bring your right knee just above your, let's bring your right ankle just above your left knee. Flex the right foot so the ankle is unbreakable and it's safe, okay? And also draw your right knee away from you. If we have the pillow underneath her head, let's be safe and release the pillow. Everyone's spine is a little different, and if you have like a rounding upper body, upper spine, your thoracic into the cervical spine, having a lift under your head can be really helpful. You'll know if your neck is being out. If you're releasing the pillow and your head is going way back, that means you do need something underneath your head, okay? So if you can see the wall behind you, place that pillow back underneath your head. But if you can lay comfortably with your head on the ground, do that. All right, now let's bring your left thigh in towards you and wrap your right hand, take it through the hole between your legs around your left thigh. Okay. And you could rock, right? To the left, to the right. Play with this stretch. Come back to your meditation. Try to release your thoughts. Yoga is the practice of mind restraint, and any mind restraint, any mind stuff, like letting go of the negative thoughts, letting go of that energy and worry and stressors and even to-do lists, let them go. All of that is yoga. We probably practice yoga a lot throughout our day, but we don't know it's yoga. I think a lot of us are yogic naturally, natural yogis. Good, and let's take our left leg up to the sky and then bend the left leg. If you are reaching for your left thigh and your shoulders are coming away off to the ground, I'd rather you not reach for the thigh. Keep your shoulders relaxed, or use a yoga strap or robe strap or belt around your thigh and hold there. Good. Now let's release your hold over the thigh. Take your right leg up to the sky, give it a good stretch, and let's flex the foot, open up through the calf. Point the toe. Inhale, flex the foot. And point the toe. And inhale, flex the foot. Good. Point the toe. And flex the foot, bend your right knee, draw your heel in towards your glute. At the bottom, point the toe, reach up to the sky. Flex the foot at the top, exhale, bend. Point the toe at the bottom, inhale, extend. Flex the foot at the top and bend. Point the toe at the bottom, extend. Last one, flex and bend. Point and lengthen and hold the point. You can stay here. This is nice. Or we're gonna climb our tree. If you have a shoulder or neck injury, don't climb your tree, okay? Walk your hands up your right thigh. Draw your right shin towards your head and draw your shin towards your head. One more deep breath. As you exhale, slide your hands down your tree trunk. Roll your shoulders back. Let your head come down. Let your right leg come down. Windshield wipers to the right and to the left. Two, 1, and 1. Let your feet come back to center, your knees come back to center. And let's take our left foot, flex the left foot, hinge your left ankle just above your right knee. Encourage your left knee to go away from you. And you can stay here, or we're gonna take your left hand through the hole between your legs, lift your right foot off the ground, wrap your right hand around your right thigh so both your hands meet and you can rock. Again, most of us are at home, so you can grab a prop, wrap it around your right leg to help you get there. Or you don't even have to. You can make this more relaxed and your right foot comes down and you just rock like this. This can be awesome. There's only one thing that could be wrong. Everything is right in your yoga practice, but the only thing we don't do is cause pain to ourselves, right? So if it feels wrong, it probably is wrong. No pain, okay? Just feel good stuff. Good. Let's stop our rocking. Extend your right leg up. Inhale, exhale, bring it down. Extend the right leg up and bring it down. Good. Release the right leg. Take your left leg up to the sky. Point the toe and flex the foot. Try spreading open the toes. Point the toe and flex the foot. Good. Point the toe, flex the foot. Now bend your knee. Point the toe at the bottom, extend your leg up. Inhale, exhale, flex and bend, squeeze in. Take your time. I want you to find some strength here. Reach and point. I'm sneaking in. Some ankle articulation and leg strength. Also abs. Reach out and flex and bend. Point to the bottom, reach out and flex and bend. Last one, point, reach out and hold. Stay here, breathing, or climb your tree, wrap your hands around your right thigh, walk your hands up the shin, draw your shin towards your head and your head towards your shin. Watch out for those shoulders. Make sure they're not sneaking into your neck. One more breath. Exhale, release your shoulders, neck, and head. Bend your left knee, windshield wipers to the left, to the right, to the right, to the left. Good. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees go out. Open up your palms towards the side of your body, off your mat. Try drawing the shoulders underneath you, giving them a nice tuck. Close your eyes. Surrender to your butterfly pose. Or in Sanskrit, Supta Buddha Konasana. Good. Bring your knees in to your chest. Arms come out to a T. Knees go to the right. Gaze goes to the left. Good. Bring your knees in. Nice and high. Knees goes to the left. Gaze goes to the right. Bring your knees in. And you can lay right here in any pose you'd like. Okay, traditional Shavasana. We extend our legs. We melt into the mat and close our eyes. Or you could come with me. I'm going to roll over onto my right side, push myself up, and I'm going to take it to a wall. I'm feeling some knee tenderness and ankle stuff. If you have any inflammation in the lower half of your body, this can be really helpful. So scoot over to a wall. Take your hip right to the wall. So I have my left hip close to the wall. I have my left shoulder to the wall. I'm actually at a window here. Now scoot your butt off of your mat so you're actually in front of your mat and not really on it. Now slowly bring your body onto your mat. Bring your knees into your chest and then bring your feet up the wall into the sky. This is a variation for your Shavasana, your final pose. This is going to help with, creating a nice blood flow for your body, de-stressing the bottom half of you. Also gives you euphoric feelings, feelings of happiness. It's the same as like a shoulder stand or a headstand, except it's a more relaxing way of doing it. And for some of us, this is our favorite. So you can try this with me today, or you can take your traditional Savasana laying on the ground. Wherever you decide to take it, close your eyes and be open to a new experience, whether this is your first time or 100th class with me. Begin to move your toes and your fingers. If you're at the wall, let's bend your knees, and everyone, let's reach your right arm back, roll over into your right side. Let your free hand go wherever you'd like it to go. Keep your eyes closed. You're still relaxing and releasing, slowly coming back with every breath, coming back closer to now. Good. With your free hand, begin to push yourself up into a seated pose. However you'd like to sit is perfect. Inhale it, sweep up to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more. Inhale, big sweep. Exhale, pull your energy in, seal your practice down to your Anjali Mudra. Thank you for letting me practice with you today. Have a great evening. Namaste.